Then
Let me
point
ask you
number
about one.
six,
hmm
tell me.
So, what do you think about a girl with a celebrity crush? Do you think that is a red flag, or you don't care?
I would not say it's a red flag because I have actually met girls who are like very obsessed with some celebrities, but who weren't actually sluts. Like they would not sleep with you in like a date or two or 3 days or
Okay.
whatever.
That's fair. Yes, because a lot of good girls, they get a lot of their interaction with men through media. So they start to build an affinity for these men. But that's when the question comes, if you're in a relationship, is it okay to have a celebrity crush or not? And that's a polarized topic where one group says, well, I'm never going to meet them and they're just a fantasy. And the other group says, well, it's still not appropriate. I mean, you're with me. You shouldn't be fantasizing about other people.
I would say, okay, if you mean celebrity crush, as in they're actually fantasizing about them and like, oh, I wish this guy was fucking me. Yeah, that's a bit too much. When you
Mm.
said celebrity crush, I thought you meant like, this person was just like a fan of that celebrity, where they really enjoy their work and not like sexually involved.
Yeah, not just a fan. Like we could be fans of like a certain musician, but you, yeah, you fantasize about them. They're a crush. You're crushing on them. Um, do you know
I
Chris
would say it
Brown, by the
doesn't
way?
mean the girl is a slut, but that's a weird thing for a girl to do, or anybody to do.
Yeah. Do you know Chris Brown, the singer?
Is he the guy who got slapped?
That's Chris Rock.
Oh, that's Chris Rock. Okay, okay.
Chris
Then I do not
Brown.
know.
Chris Brown's the singer. Um, and what he does after he's a really famous guy, by the way. And after his show, girls could pay $1,000 to meet him and interact with him, right? And there's some photos of these meet and greets that are going viral, where some girls are like they're backing their butt up to him and they're taking a pose, and sometimes they want Chris Brown to hold them, and Chris Brown will do it because they paid $1,000 to see him. One of the photos, Chris Brown's holding the girl up, right? It goes viral, and this girl is engaged. Soon as her fiance sees the picture, he calls off the entire wedding. So it's all fun and games having celebrity crushes until you actually meet the celebrity crush, and then whatever happens happens. And that's why I say I personally think it's a little bit of a red flag. It's fine to lust over someone privately, but if you see someone posting about their celebrity crush a lot while they're in a relationship, that's a red flag, in my opinion.
I will agree. I mean, it's a little disrespectful to fantasize about someone else when you are in a relationship. Even if you're a guy, right? Let's say you have a girlfriend or you have a wife and you're talking about, hey man, I really wish I could be fucking XYZ celebrity, man. This celebrity is so hot, I want to fuck her. I want to spend money to meet her. That would be so disrespectful to your wife. So
hmm
the opposite also applies.
So I'm gonna show you two pictures. Let me first know what you think about this picture. Um, Let me know if you think this warrants a breakup. Can you share the screen?
Yep. Here we go.
This pose.
I would.
Then I'm gonna show you another one right after this.
So does this girl have these two people ever met before? Are they like friends or is it like a?
No, so this is Chris Brown. This is the famous singer, and this is the girl. She has a boyfriend, but she's meeting Chris Brown in the meet and greet. Do you think this is an appropriate way for her to pose with Chris Brown, even though she
So
has a boyfriend?
I would say it's not an appropriate way, but I would not. I'm not sure if it warrants like a breakup, right? I would not say it warrants like a divorce or a breakup or anything, but
hmm
it definitely warrants a nice talking to and establishing some boundaries. Like you can't do this, and it's not okay. You do it.
And the picture
Oh,
goes viral too. That's another point I'd like to make. So that's one. Now this one. This is the one where
yeah,
the
this is yes.
fiance
Fuck,
ended
fuck
up
this shit.
leaving.
This is like goodbye,
Too much?
done. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, the fiance ended up calling off the wedding once this photo went viral. And she's like, well, it's like, just my celebrity crush.
Yeah, this girl is dumb if she just thinks that, like, if her explanation is that this is just my celebrity crush. That's dumb, because you have to understand that a relationship is not just about what you think and what you think is important or not. For
Mm-hmm.
example, like, I'll tell you what, as a guy, right? As a guy, most of us, if we're being honest, we'd be like, hey, I can be in love with you and have sex with other girls. And that sex is just meaningless sex. And with you, it's love. Okay. A lot of guys can honestly say that. But doesn't mean we actually go around and have sex with other girls, because
Mm-hmm.
it's, we agreed on monogamy, it's not fair to you, etc., etc. Whatever reason, there are lots of reasons for not having sex with other girls. It's the same thing, right? Just because you think that he's a celebrity crush doesn't mean it's okay for you to actually, get, hug them and have their dick touch your ass. And that's just like a, very childish way to behave, I would say.
Absolutely. I had this roommate whose girl used to be obsessed with Michael B. Jordan. And it's one thing if she kept it to herself, but she would always like Michael B. Jordan's photos. And even in front of my roommate, she'd say, I'm obsessed with Michael B. Jordan, right? Like, no, like, I love him. Like, I'd have his babies. I'm like to my roommate,
Didn't
like,
this
yo,
guy
bro,
die in a crash, helicopter crash?
no, that's Kobe Bryant. Michael B. Jordan is an actor. He's not Michael Jordan, who's the basketball player. Michael B.
Oh, okay,
Jordan
okay.
is a actor. So she's like, I'd have his babies. I'm in love with him, right? And I'm like to my roommate, like, bro, please check your girl, man, because the fact that she's telling you all this, then you're just like, oh, okay, And a lot of guys have this nonchalant approach. My philosophy is, you with your partner, you could always talk about who you guys find attractive. I believe that's fine, but when you do it in a public setting, that's in poor taste. And some girls really talk to their partner about their celebrity crush. And I believe the parallel is if the guy just like watched porn and he's like telling the girl, man, you won't believe it. I just had the best nut. Like, how's the girl going to respond? She's like, oh, okay. Same with the guy when he hears about the girl's celebrity crush. I mean, how is he going to respond? So it's one of those polarized topics nowadays where some people think it's harmless, other people think it's harmful. And since the whole Chris Brown photos have been going viral, the people who have been saying it's harmful, they believe they have a good case to make now. They're like, see, it's all harmless until your girl actually meets her celebrity crush.
I think that it's one thing to have intrusive thoughts, or like somebody, and one thing to act on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm pretty sure there are people out there who have extremely violent thoughts, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna kill this guy, but unless they act on it, I don't believe they should be punished for having thoughts. I would say
Right.
the same is true for a lot of the celebrity crush things. If it makes your husband or wife uncomfortable, stop talking about it, and stop bringing it up. And if you do see this person in real life, don't act on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I would say that I am not fully convinced that the first picture warrants like a divorce or a breakup or anything. The first one, I
Mm-hmm.
think it warrants a nice talking to, and maybe you agree that this person crossed a boundary, she apologizes, and you move on. But I think that the cost of a divorce, or like a real breakup where you actually like somebody and you've been investing in them for a long amount of time, over something like this, which is not that harmful, I would say, is it doesn't make sense, at least to me.
Gotcha. So you wouldn't have broken up, you would have talked to them.
Yeah, depending on what the situation was, right? If I've been seeing someone for like 2 3 months, then probably be like, okay, yeah, this is disrespectful, not okay. But if I have kids with somebody and she did this, then I would like have a nice talking to with her. Maybe get her to agree. If she can mend her ways, then this is something you can look past. It's not like a huge deal, right? If she
Mm-hmm.
just took a
Mm-hmm.
picture, a honest bloody picture, yeah, you got humiliated. But if it becomes a repeatable experience where she's like, no, I was in the right, I can do this whenever I want, then yeah, this is that's not okay. But if she understands your perspective and admits she's wrong and then she moves on, it's probably best for you and your kids to, be together. So I have a more, I'm not sure what the right approach is for everybody, but this is my take on it. Because no serious harm was done in this photograph. But of course, if this is something that's repeated, where you're being repeatedly disrespected, where this girl is lusting after other guys, then yeah, you should leave. But if it's a one-time thing, then you should just have a nice talking to, clarify a position, establish boundaries. She does it again, then you gotta leave.
Hmm. And it's also good to have these conversations before it even happens, because you will be shocked how many girls do have celebrity crushes and they're infatuated with them. Or there was this husband and wife, and the husband noticed that the wife was DMing the celebrity who has 3.5 million followers. So clearly, this guy is not going to see her message, but he was offended that she kept reaching out to him at all. So when he confronted her, she said, well, I mean, it's not like he's going to see my message. I just wanted to message him just to let him know I thought he was attractive and I like what he does. And he just said, nah, that's disrespectful. It doesn't matter if he's going to see it or not. I don't want you doing something like that. See, you're taking the celebrity crush thing way too far. So it's one of these conversations you want to have before something drastic happens. Because before, like, these celebrities were in a hierarchy where it was almost impossible to run into them. But nowadays, the world's very flat. What is a celebrity? That's very subjective. And running into a celebrity, it's not something that can never happen. It can easily happen. So if you could have this conversation beforehand, just express how you feel, then it'll save you a lot of heartache. Because when photos like this go viral, Harsh, um, you may say, or I may say, yeah, we'll forgive it. But then, like, your mom and dad are hitting you up. Hey, did you see the photo that your partner posted? Your friend is hitting you up. Your brother is hitting you up. And they're all reinforcing that this was a very bad act and it was unforgivable. So even if you have the perception of, I will forgive, you keep hearing from different people
Yeah.
that it's,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
man, bro, she messed up big time. You're
Yeah.
like,
You
yeah,
put,
yeah, actually you did.
puts flame into the ghee in the fire type of thing. One
Exactly.
thing I would say is that a girl or a guy who has a celebrity crush is just not mature enough. At least someone like us would not date that person. I would not do it. They're just not
You would not do
mature
it.
enough.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's one thing if you're 15 years old, but if you're pushing 30 to 40, then it's saying something about you.
Hmm. I just don't see myself dating like someone obsessed with a celebrity. Like I
Absolutely,
might do
man.
it just for like a quick lay, like if I was like 22, but I wouldn't like seriously date this person. I would not take this person seriously at all.
Really, what if they match all of your other qualities, but they've always had a crush on Shah Rukh Khan or something?
I doubt that's possible. It's kind of like saying, what if a food is really bland, but it has a spice in it? It kind of
Oh,
doesn't.
it's contradictory. I see. I see. That makes sense. No, that's a very interesting topic overall. But I've been
Because
noticing
take
these
my
pictures.
wife, right? My wife, you know how much TV she watches in a day?
Mm-mm, how
0
much?
minutes.
Oh, you guys have been watching it every now and then, right? To learn English.
Yeah, to learn English, but she doesn't even like know the name of the celebrities, like the ones who are watching. She doesn't care about movies and TV at all. She's like me in that sense. I haven't seen a movie in a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
except I watched this movie called Lawrence of Arabia or something with a bunch of my cousins who were like 10 years old and they really wanted to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
My point is that I would not marry a girl who is obsessed with cinema, movies, because it's just too immature and it's a very strong indicator that this person is a very superficial, flashy person who doesn't appreciate more important things in life. And almost all the people that I know who are obsessed with glamorous things like TV, movies, cinema, they are not that deep people. They're just like very boring, superficial people. We're just fine if you want to hang out with someone for a few days, but to actually live with someone like that is a bit like, oh, fuck that shit.
Okay. I don't necessarily know if that's too glamorous, man. I feel as though 98% of girls are like that, or I feel as though 98% of people are like that, where they have a TV and they enjoy it. But I see where you're coming from. And it is very rare that both you and your wife don't watch TV at all. Um, like, is that a normal thing, or are you guys somewhat outliers in this way?
Somewhere in the middle, like the community of people I'm from is
Hmm.
supposed to be very enterprising, and you rarely you rarely meet someone who's very obsessed with all of these things, like ever
Hmm.
since you're a kid, you're being told, we're supposed to do business, we're supposed to make money. What the fuck, faggots watch TV, shit like that.
I see. I see. Okay.